Alright, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to bring the energy from your lower up to your higher, your heart center, and also the reason why we want to do this. And yeah, and some other topics too, like related to this, obviously. Um, the reason I like to share this stuff is because, I've had to heal in not so typical ways. I've had to step away from doctors at points, and whether it's to do with my spine or chronic fatigue or, just a lot of things actually. Also, sort of on another level, I realized that when I was using this to sort of tap in more in a manifestation sense and building from a different sort of field rather than survival, survival being your lower three centers, which is related to your sexual organs, your adrenal glands, like your survival, and then your digestion, which is also apparently related to like your willpower and ego and all of that stuff. So just all of this stuff that helps us survive in this world. And sort of the heart base is more of relaxation, of peace and healing and mending. And when I say to bring the energy up, I actually mean bring the energy up. I don't just mean like, oh, we're gonna like just focus on this area and talk to this and imagine things. Like you can feel it. It's palpable. And what brought me sort of more to this experience is I had a spine injury. I was already meditating quite a lot through Joe Dispenza's work. I recommend Joe Dispenza's work. He's amazing. The science is all there. The practicality is all there. But this is just something I found sort of on my own, going through a really hard time. So I thought I will share it and show sort of the simplicity of it, that what you can do. On the other hand, I suggest if anyone's going to go and look into Joe's work and dig a bit deeper and do like hour long, sometimes hour and a half long meditations. I think I've done one that's like 2 hours and 29 minutes. It was almost 2.5 hours, man. Like center of the magnets. I think that's like his longest meditation. But this this particular thing that I want to show you now is something that it's a quick activation for me, and if you don't feel it right away, just play with it. And the thing is, like, I used music that I would have listened to years ago, and I just like, oh, I love this song, but I didn't realize now that I actually feel energy more, and I can play with it. Look, like as weird as that sounds, it is what it is, like if you're open to it, you're open to it. If you know, and for the others, then it's okay. If you think it's not real, or this guy is retarded and he's in some sort of psychosis or whatever, I know it now, and I've gone through too much to not know it. I've experienced too much to not know it. So this is what I have to share. So pretty much you want to find something that is like a heartfelt song, not so much like a relationshipy one, but more something that is like it's loving. I like to use Xavier Rudd, or a guy called Trevor Hall, or currently a guy called Sam Garrett. I'll be using Sam Garrett's song today. I think it's about a 2.5-3 minute song. It's called Higher Than a Mountain. And I just found that using this song, it was much easier to tap into and use. So, you just come across certain music, and especially when you become more attuned. But yeah, I definitely will say that my life has changed a lot since. I had no choice to sort of delve into this type of work and think more about life in terms of energy. I was at a wit's end. Long story short, I went through hell, and I had doctors. They just couldn't help me in the end. I got to the point where I literally did not want to be alive anymore. So Joe's work really helped me, but he also helped me to find things within myself, because I started to believe more in healing and energy and love and all of these things. So then I started to like play with it more on a freestyle as well, and I sort of go back and forth through his work and my stuff and yeah. So I'm just going to share something sort of quite like simple now. It's all I want you to do is if you want to be involved in this, is I just want you to cup with, it can be with both hands, it can be sort of one hand, whatever feels more comfortable for you. I want you to sort of cup your palm around where your heart is. Your heart, it might look like the right on the video, I'm not really sure, but your heart is it's around here, okay? And you can have it in the center, which is fine. The heart, it's not too picky, but it does really help to sort of feel where your heart is. And just sort of breathe in through your heart and hear the words and feel the words. And when you start to feel, and like I said, you might not get this the first time, but if you just keep doing it and playing with it, at some point you're going to be like, oh my God, there's like a warm sensation in there, I can feel that. And then you later on, you'll get like, it's almost like the energy gets a little bit higher to a level where it will kind of shudder. And by shudder, it will just kind of vibrate out, and it feels electric. And it will shoot up. You'll feel it shoot up through your spine, up through your throat, up to your head. And it kind of gives you, it makes you tingly, it gives you goosebumps. And then it expands to another level where it doesn't just sort of, it doesn't just shoot up. It will kind of shoot out, and you can kind of play with it. You can split it and move it down, and sort of, after time, you can just choose where you want it and push it into areas. I was playing with it a lot in the Daintree rainforest with my neck when I was trying to heal my spine. And I was just pushing it at the back of my heart, through my back and up to my spine, and I could feel it completely. But yeah, I'm not here to do too much convincing, but I'm gonna play this song and I'm gonna genuinely try and feel it. And hopefully, if not on a feeling basis, at least on a visual, you can get the truth and the honesty of what I'm trying to show here and what it does, because it releases suppressed emotions. It releases, whether you're too sexual bound, whether you're living too much in connection to humans or not enough, like all these lower centers of survival. Not enough willpower, too much willpower. We get stuck here, and we feel that sometimes with certain pains, whether it's breakups or loss of family members or car problems, money, all of that. It all gets like down here and knotted, and quite often people get sort of stomach issues. But yeah, it stops the energy from free flowing sort of up to the heart, which is a peaceful state. And behind the heart, it's very well known that there is a thymus gland behind the heart, which is related to the immune system. And if the thymus gland doesn't get attention and energy, or the downtime to be recognized or used, our immune system becomes dysfunctional, and that's kind of when immune mediated conditions, autoimmune type stuff, even cancers. It's becoming a lot more recognized that cancer is related to immunodeficiency. I mean, it can be caused by other things. Many theories out there what cancer is, but the thing is, like, quite often people get cancers and their body just fights it off, whereas people get it in their lives and their body can't fight it off. So it's really good to get back to that heart area and feed that thymus gland and allow it to do its job, and allow the telomeres and the immunoglobulin, the immune system to really sort of go out there and have full function and be able to do its thing. So, I'm just gonna go into it, and whatever you're holding and whatever you have, whatever traumas you have, I want you to know that it's okay to let it, no matter where you are. Like, I'm in public right now, and it's not always easy to do this in public because, I'm a man, and having that fear of if I have a tear, or I've had times where I've been laughing like a wild man, and I'm like, oh my God, like people are probably looking at me like I'm a nut job, but I'm like, stuff it, I'm just going to go for it, because what I feel is more real than going back down to the fear of judgment, or just going back into normality and doing things in a way where I'm just trying to fit in and be accepted. And this is, I say this from my heart, and I say it in a way where I'm not at war with anyone. I'm not for or against anything. I'm here to feel what I'm here to feel. I'm here to be who and what I am here to be. So this is a way to level up, and this is a way to feel those things. This is out of ego. This has got nothing to do with some sort of spiritual ego that you've got a next level. I'm here now. This is where I'm at, and this is just the heart, and this is what we've all been given, and what we can tap into, and we really can. And I tell you, very honestly, that I've been through absolute hell, and I can't say that I've gone through the hardest of hardest, because there's people going through horrible things, but I've also been through very horrible things, illness, like a very violent past, many different things, losing people. We all have to lose people at some point, whether it's through just separation or death, and there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's not through here. Here is a nice tool, but it's a tool to bring us back to here. This is not the way out. So something really cool I will state before I start this song. Joe Dispenza says the heart is the reset button for trauma in the brain, and he's very correct, because I feel that very much. Every time I tap into my heart, all of this melts away, it's gone, and I just feel at one, pure love, sometimes ecstasy. Like, I've actually felt really high amounts of ecstasy, to the point where I feel like I have taken a drug, and I'm just in pure bliss, and everything just makes sense. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm meant to be doing here, and I know everything that I want is coming, whether that's to do with better health, or it just all makes sense in that moment. There's no like trying to figure it all out. It just is. And you kind of relax, and you have true faith that way. You sort of let go more, and you allow it to sort of pop up and show its face. Then synchronicities start coming. The more you start tapping in from up here, it just gets a little bit more weird in a beautiful way. Things start to present themselves to you. You don't have to chase as hard, but you do have to take what some people would call aligned action. When that thing comes your way, you kind of have to step forward and receive it, or do a little something for it. But instead of like running around trying to figure it all out and chase things, it's a much better approach. And I honestly can say that I don't feel like I could ever go back to that old way, because it was diminishing to my health, to my mental health, to my feeling. I was always in drive, overdrive, but drive. Like I was that willpower, that third center, the ego, and it's so just tiring, and it really is an old way, and I just don't think we're meant to live in that. So anyway, I've talked a lot, and I'm going to start this song, and if you would like to join me now, please just play along. You can open your eyes a little bit, see what I'm doing. It might feel like a bit of a robotic or a trying. You don't have to copy my hand movements. You just have to feel it in your own way. Sit in a dark room so you don't have to worry about judgment, whatever, and just play with it. Play with your heart. You can actually play with your heart. So without further ado, let me find this song. Un momento. Okay. Alrighty. All right, so that's it. Um, Look, I don't really know how to word too specifically what happened or what happens. That time I can say I don't know what you're totally seeing on your end, but I will say that I feel a little bit more like alert. I feel like energy made it to my brain, and I can hear more. Like I can hear birds more. Visuals are more. Colors are more. Smells. All my senses are heightened. So I think it's when the energy makes it to the brain, the sentence, the vocabulary becomes better. the center, the senses become heightened. They really do. Yeah. This, what I felt now was a smaller one. I've had ones where it's very highly activated and you feel like pure bliss. I felt emotions coming up, tears wanted to come out a little bit, not a large cry. I felt the joy in my heart. I mean, I'm a little bit tired today. I'm just kind of happy just to ride on a peaceful level. I'm not looking for anything too explosive, but if you want it, it's there. Yeah, I don't really know how else to explain it. I know it's there. Find music that fits and suits you, and yeah, a suggestion is Sam Garrett, who I just showed you song-wise, Xavier Rudd, Trevor Hall. There's some very beautiful music out there, and yeah, enjoy life. Life is here to be enjoyed, especially as men. Look, it's okay to show emotion. It's okay to activate emotion in public, whatever, like I know what I have in me. I have that other man in me. If I need to like turn him on and be whatever, be a man, or I can do that. But there's this whole other thing where I think the world is changing, and we're changing it by living more from the heart and not being afraid to not just do loving gestures, but to feel love and show what love is. And I do believe that when we be love, we show what it is anyway, and the loving gestures that we do, they become more natural, and we just kind of become better people from that. We don't have to try so hard, and it's just an inner work like that, and ends up rippling outwards. Anyway, God bless, and love to everyone, and have a good day, and thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I really hope, on your journey, I hope you tap in. I really do. Enjoy.